welcome you back to the Heroine Show with our guest today, talking about the topic of love beyond romance. And we have with us Pastor Ken and his beautiful wife, Tinu, with us.
Yes.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence here with us today. And thank you for being with our guests. And also we have with us our heroine, Reverend Blessing, with us as well with us today. We want to thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful, cold winter day. Our hearts are warm just being here and sitting with each other. And we know that when in talking about relationships, it is always a topic that can be very challenging, but it's also a topic that's very important in our family lives, in our homes, and also to our viewers who are out there as well today. So today, we're going to start off talking about family and values. And one of the questions we want to start off this section with is, how do you define family beyond just being a husband and a wife? What does that mean? And I want to start off with Pastor Ken, if you want to start the ball rolling on that.
Okay, I will go biblical and perhaps a bit of legal, even though legal would be different from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So biblically, family is a function of blood. The father, the mother, and the children ensuing from their union. You know, but spiritually speaking, there are some people that God will send into your life and into your care. They may not be your biological children, but God would expect you to harness them, take over their lives, and watch over their growth, so they become a part of your family as well. You know, so for me, family is via blood, the union of a husband and a wife, and the children ensuing from that union, and any other person that God sends into their lives for them to give the grace and custody of raising them, so as to expose them to the ways of the Lord.
Very good, very good. That is absolutely true, because your family, when you have love within your own family, you're then able to embrace others and bring them into that fold as well. I like that very much. And I want to ask Tinu, what kind of core values do you intentionally pass down in your home? Especially being the queen of the home.
So I believe the reason why it's called home training, is because they are meant to be taught at home. Whatever you want your family to show the next generation, their peers, the world, the society, they must be imbibed from home. So as a pastor, you expect me to start with the culture of prayer, culture of the Word of God. Very important they are, but I would exalt the culture of character, culture of manners, how to treat other people, the love between siblings, the love between sibling and parents, the respect between parents and children. They are to be communicated from the home. So you train your children how to be treated outside by how you treat them. I am so big on honor, and I don't believe it's only my husband I should respect and honor. I transfer that to my children, so that you will let them know if you are dishonored, loved, and respected at home, don't lower your standard anywhere you go. So you would hardly hear me speak to them without the curses. Thank you, please, I'm sorry. Every standard of properness that we communicate between ourselves as spouse, we extend it to our children. So we believe that their esteem is built from the home.
That's true.
How they carry themselves, the acceptance that we give to them, and so we raise the bar for how they should carry themselves out there, and how they should expect the world to carry them. All of these are taught from home.
Very good, and I like the fact that you use the word carry. You raise the bar. You know, whatever is established in the family home, when you are outside of your home, you would not want to go below that, because that bar has already been established in the home. So therefore, our children will be able to carry that outside of our home, because our children also represents us when they're outside of the home. And so it's very important that you can model that there for them, so that way they can continue carrying that. Reverend Blessing, do you want to add to what was said here as well?
Yeah, I think she said it already. Whatever you set, that's what follows. And setting that boundary of respect, character. Character is something that many people don't have,
right?
Because they are not nurtured with it. They don't have the foundation,
right?
So they struggle. So character is not something you want to change or put into somebody just like that. It needs a foundation to grow. So I think that helps in bonding a relationship and with children, and I think that's the right thing to do.
And going along with that thought, one of the things that we want to talk about as well is parenting and guidance. What has been your greatest lessons not just as parents but as mentors within your home? Pastor Ken, I want you to start off with that. Oh, okay. Well, let's do that. Okay, so then let's do that.
She's been a great stalwart.
Okay, I like the way you always include her. That shows great partnership. So
yeah, that's a partnership we're talking about.
So Tinu, if you wouldn't mind expanding on that, what is the greatest lessons as parents or mentors that you feel that you have passed on?
We do our best to create a heaven of peace for our children. We don't want children that prefer being out there than coming home. We want to create a sense of paradise. It may not be a mansion, it may not be an estate, but your home is where your heart is. That's something we have inculcated in our children. Find love at home, find friendship at home, find correction at home, and everything is important. How you correct is important. We don't want our children to feel happier out there than being at home. So when you have expended yourself out there, you run back home, because you know home is your haven. A place where you find everything, where you can be vulnerable. Oh, I didn't do well in school. Oh, I'm struggling in school. Oh, I did not want my weakness to show out there, but I can come home and cry about my disappointment. And then you don't find parents that trample you on the feet because you failed. You just know, let me go home. I know I will find prayer. I know I will find encouragement. I know I will find a hug. Somebody that will tell me you're going to be okay. If you are down, we are down together. If you're up, we're up together. That's the kind of family we are building, where our children know we are not acting. Our lives are not Hollywood. This is reality. Whatever you are going through, bring it home. Tackle it together and forge ahead.
So that's a safe haven, which is what you're saying.
Something came, and this is captured in her book, the Influencer Mom, that in raising the kids, we should all understand dispensations. When the children are little, it is the best time to inculcate the authority of your voice in their hearts and in their minds. We must know how to properly utilize their beginning impressionable days to coach them on the authority of our voice, the standard that we believe in, instead of befriending them in those early days. Because the days are coming when they would have grown into young adults, when you now begin to befriend them. If you miss it with the foundational stones, if you befriend them when you ought to be training them, by the time they're old and you try to correct them, you'll meet with rebellion.
Absolutely,
and that's something that I know she orchestrated it, and it has really worked well for us. You know that in the beginning, like I used to say to them, Scripture says, "My sheep hear my voice." The voice of a stranger you will not hear. If I bat my left eyelid, you better know the meaning. But now we are friends. Now I was having a conversation with my younger daughter who is 20, and something had happened. and I overreacted. Then later I apologized to her. But on this day we're driving, I was taking her to her friend's place, and then I said, "Are you okay?" She said, "Yes." I said, "I'm asking, are you okay because of the other time?" He said, "Dad, thank you for asking. I need you to know," these were her words, "I need you to know that I appreciate every time you look out for me and you apologize when you've done wrong. But Dad, the other day when you shouted, my inner man froze." So even when you apologized, I was still trembling in my knees. Do you know what I did, Ken? I checked for a clear expanse and I rolled the car to the side of the road and I parked and I put on the double indicators and I told her, I said, "Yes, please go ahead, tell me."
Wow.
He said, "You see, I didn't expect that to come from you. From when she was about 5, 6, she's been calling me her bestie." He said, "You're my bestie. You're the one who should understand me. So when you shout, it freezes me on the inside." She told me a whole lot and I said, "I heard everything you've said and I'm going to give due respect and appreciation to each and every one of them."
That
We
was
hugged, I
fantastic.
started driving and I took her to our friend's place. I think what we consider as the African style of parenting is an overemphasis on beating. But the first tool of instructing a child is not beating, it's information.
Yes.
It is
Clarity.
talking to that child, establishing clarity, establishing the rules of friendship in this house, the rules of playing and the boundaries of playing. This is what we believe in. The words we use and the words that we're not allowed to use in this place. If you can get them in their impressionable ages, to understand the authority of your voice, when they become older, you will not have struggle correcting them.
Awesome.
That is true. That is true. That is true. And I like that. You know what I liked? I liked the fact that you were able to not just only show her that you wanted to hear what she's saying, but you want to receive that. And the way you did that was by pulling over. Not many parents are able to take that kind of time out and to realize that that was an opportune moment.
Yes.
That was a very opportune moment, which you took, and you took it in such a way that you were not only able to reach her where she was at that moment, but you allowed her to also realize that we're still besties. And I can still say, I can correct you, but we can still be besties.
Which is one of the biggest problems in adult relationship is better learned by the way we resolve conflicts with them. By what we had during that drive, I'm sure she has it inculcated in her now, going into her own future. If things go bad with a friend or with a near kin, she knows how to pause, give them 100% attention, hear what they've got to say, and then make the amends.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. We're going to take a quick break at this moment right now, and we're going to come back with more on this topic, which is a very, very important topic for families, which is love beyond romance.
Brampton's Rising Stars is back. This is Season 3. Showcasing different talent in dance, music, instrumentation, spoken word, and many more.
Impression on your face, you were actually just enjoying the song.
Do you have what it takes to be the next rising star in Canada?
And the space you use, the prop, the choreo, everything. I'm in awe. Awesome.
Then log into www.bramptonrisingstars.ca to register and get the opportunity to showcase your talent. To register, visit www.bramptonrisingstars.ca. Registration closes 24th of May 2026. For sponsorship, please call the following numbers: Brampton's Rising Stars is brought to you by Black Community Canada Television and powered by GR Studios. Brampton's Rising Stars. It's time for the stars to rise.
Thank you so much for joining us again as we continue our conversation with Ken and Tinu on Love Beyond Romance. We're learning so much from them today. As we had said before, they're not just lawyers, but they're also counselors to do with marriage and family. And we are hoping that you will all learn something from what we're talking about today. One of the other things that I think is very important in family as well is to do with faith, unity, and commitment. Tinu, I would like for you to tell us a little bit more. Can you help us understand how has faith shared or in your family? How did that shape your family life?
Yeah.
Not just personally, but as a couple, and then as in your family.
Yeah, like my husband will always say, and it's true, we're Christians, so the word of God is the final authority in our lives.
Right.
We believe completely what the Bible says. If only a champion can raise another champion. If you have not mastered the art of knowing God and working with Him, you can't give what you don't have.
Right.
If you don't have a working relationship with God, you can't give it. That's why you would see a lot of people that say, oh, but I take you to church. How did you end up? Oh, I show you the word. These children are not looking for where you take them to. Your life is the first message.
Yes, absolutely.
Your life is the first gospel. Don't export what you have not yet inculcated. So you don't teach children how to pray. They watch you praying and they just know.
Yes.
The God that answers mom is the God that, you understand? Everything you want to transfer into your children, become the change you want to see. You want to worship in your home, worship the Lord.
Yes.
You want honor in your home, practice honor. You want anything you want in your home, you just become it.
Yes.
And that's what we have done.
Very good.
We, at the beginning of their lives, when everything was a bit more structured, we will come together, pray together. But now we are 4 grown adults.
Yes.
We're not going, it's not even realistic to pull ourselves together.
Different schedules, everybody.
We built that in
inside
them when they were
them.
young.
Right.
Train up a child
in the way they should
go.
Right.
When they grow up, they will not depart from it.
Absolutely.
They did not say train a teenager.
No.
They did not say train an adult.
No, you're
Many
right.
of us start parenting when it is late. You are calling a 19-year-old and you're trying to tell a 19-year-old how to live his life. It's late. Only God can help you at that point. You know, so I believe that there are different times that you do certain things because there are levels to parenting. There is the time for training, there is the time for discipline, and there is the time for loving.
Right.
But I think many times we start from loving. That's not where to start.
Right.
Children know, and they are watching for boundaries. They want to know how far is too far.
Yes.
Don't start loving your children when you should be training them.
Yes.
The Bible says train up a child. So there is that time that they are still children.
Yes.
They are still bendable. When you bend them, they won't break. When the time comes, if you try to break, if you try to bend a 17-year-old, they will break.
Yes. Yeah.
So many people start with love. Oh, buy you designers. A baby does not know designers.
No.
Children just know I'm hot or I'm cold.
Yes.
Wear me a cardigan, I'm good. It doesn't matter whether it has a crest or not. But that's when we want to love, when we should be training.
Right.
They tell us that children call police, and I'm like, at what point did they know the difference between 911?
Yes.
At what point did they know?
Yeah.
There should be time when they don't know how to talk. That's when you put your foot down. When you call them and you make them look into your eyes and say after me. This was what happened to us.
Yes.
Our parents may not have known all the gospel. They may not have been sleeping in church. But they got something right. This routine, this life of order.
Stick.
This stick. You know you're in Canada, you have to be careful what you say. I don't want any people to come in. Understand?
No, you're on the point.
After training, then you make them repeat what you have said. And I learned this from God. As loving as we all know God to be. Do you know that He's a God of discipline?
Yes.
Israel was coming out of Egypt and He gave them 10 commandments. And He never expected them to live outside of these 10 commandments. Thou shalt not.
Yes.
Thou shalt not. Thou shalt. There is no problem. If you stay within my thou shalt not and thou shalt, we won't have any problem. I'll keep blessing you.
Get out of my thou shalt not, then thou shalt see.
Then thou shalt see. Do you understand? And He put this in them so much that everybody knew. You don't do this because He told us to do it. Your children should know your thou shalt not and thou shalt, but don't practice. Don't demand of them what you have not modeled. And that's something that we have in our family. When we are going out, we all know where we're all going. If you are running late, especially when we're living back in Nigeria, once it is dark, everybody must come home. We have a time.
Yes.
And if my husband is going to exceed that time, he calls.
Yes.
Even here with the younger daughter living downtown, she leaves me and says, I'm leaving now. I've just entered the train. I've arrived. And then I'm telling her, I'm on my way to Susu.
And it's not for the purpose of control.
It's not control.
It's just carrying one another along. And this is a family culture. The same goes for the culture of hugging one another. The same goes for the culture of greeting. The same goes for the culture of birthdays. We celebrate ourselves lavishly.
Yes.
If you don't celebrate me the way I want, I'll call your attention to it. I think there was one anniversary that I didn't like the way I said, you did not celebrate me well. I need my flowers. Make sure you give them to me.
And there's a problem between us men and
you want to remember.
I bought her a refrigerator and a microwave.
And
she said she's not the kitchen.
I'm not the kitchen. You can buy the refrigerator for the house.
Yes, that's true. Those gifts.
Get my own gifts.
Yes.
That was your gift.
Yeah,
but that's very nice to correct.
Those gifts were a gift for the family to enjoy. Yes, I'm just saying. Everybody. You want a gift for yourself, right?
You know, these are cultures that you must communicate. Let the family know.
Yes.
Christmas, we are deliberate about celebrating ourselves. That these are cultures that we have built over the years. I will keep building.
And that reminds me because it's high time women should emphasize
to
be able to take their flowers. Because if you don't, you just be moody and the guy doesn't even know what
you're miserable. You will be a very bitter woman in the evening of your life when you have expended your life working on the husband, working on the children, and everybody, you just watch everybody doing well and growing, and
they just sad about it.
I won't be that woman.
But you know, Kim, my birthday is on the 14th, which is Valentine's Day.
Oh, did you plan that?
Guess
what? One of those years, my wife said, honey, 14th of February is not just your birthday. For your information, it's also Valentine's Day for lovers. So I said,
I love that.
He said, no, not yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? I said, yeah. He said, no, you don't. So I'm like, so what's the message? He said, as I'm giving you a gift for your birthday, you better have my own Valentine's. I said, it's my day. Let's focus on
I love that. I love that.
So every of your birthday is always celebration. Time out.
So I know we're really enjoying this conversation, and it's very fascinating what you're sharing. It's very important to our viewers as well. But one of the things I wanted to ask quickly, in a very short, small sentence, if you can tell me, what kind of legacy do you want to leave for the next generation? In just a few short words, if you can give us that quickly so our viewers can have that as well.
For me, the legacy I would love to leave behind, according to scripture, is the legacy of pure love and true love that is demonstrated in patience and transparency, commitment and sacrifice. I would love every man that look up to me to know that it is worth our being men to sacrifice all or die for our women. We may never really take a bullet for them, but reduce your golfing time so you can spend quality time with her.
Very good.
I don't buy the next expensive, golf club simply because you want to take her out. So for me, it is that show of pure and honest love that is shown in patience and kindness and in selflessness.
And that could definitely be passed down to generation from generation to generation. And that is very important. I'm happy that you did say that. And it's important that we know that and our viewers know that as well. As we come to the end of this episode and as we're wrapping up, Reverend Blessing, do you have any closing reflections on this episode as we wrap up quickly?
Well, the section is very, very interesting because it's talking about legacy and our generation, which affects our children. You know, children are involved. Like the life you live, that's what they emulate. So it's very important for parents, our viewers are hearing us, to ensure that there is a mirror watching them even as they are the mirror that is seen. So our children sees everything and whatever you put in. I love that value, that family value, that culture, you know, that is put in. And kudos to the mom. You know, the mothers always put in all these things and make sure that it stand that discipline, that training. You know, I tell people when you grow older, you begin to enjoy, reap the seed you sow, right? So I actually appreciate that, and you guys have lived it, and it is known. Just like one question here that says, you know, what you put into your children, what will you want people to see you, the legacy that you leave for your family, that people will define you, you know. So these are living a life of love, a life of like. It's not easy to have someone that have this kind of nature. And I think you have that privilege to enjoy. And I want to commend you on that, Pastor Ken.
Yes.
Yeah, for that value. No man is perfect, but just realizing the fact that you are not perfect and try to make it right, not just for the wife, for the children. You see, when you open the children's mouth and ask them, they will tell you that they are angry inside of them. So parents should be able to see how their children feel towards them. I think it's something I used to tell my husband, I say, look, we have to have a meeting just to discuss over things. I really know, so that the children can speak. So that's very important. I appreciate that.
Well, as we can sit here all day and talk about family and what it means to us and so on, and I'm sorry our time has really come to an end right now, but what we would like to leave, you know, as a takeaway, and one of the takeaways we want to leave with our viewers right now is the importance of family and the examples that husband and wife set for the children, as the foundation, also as what we're leaving for our next generation as well. We're talking about respect, we're talking about love, family values, and we're also talking about the importance of couples balancing marriage, as we've seen here between Ken and Tinu, how they're balancing their marriage in terms of work, family, children, and what they're passing on to the next generation. So we want to thank you so much for being our guests here today. You've been a wonderful guest. We appreciate all the nuggets of information you've left with us. We will mention your books again on Amazon, that they can purchase on Amazon, which will be very good in terms of educating ourselves to be better spouses for each other. And Reverend Blessing, thank you so much for being our co-host today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And as we leave right now and as we wrap up, we want to say our team slogan.
Don't forget the heroine and the hero in you. Like I said today, we have one special hero.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we're so thankful for that once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on our next episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.